Welcome, everyone, to the Energy
Hi.
Update with my friend Jeremy here. Welcome to May.
Hello. Well, welcome. It's happening. May's here.
Exactly, it's happening whether we're ready for it or not.
Right.
I was
And
watching,
isn't that an interesting theme for the whole year?
oh,
Ready or not, here it comes.
here we come. Yeah, I was watching a couple people talk this morning on TV, and they were talking about how May is like people call it Maycember, like it's
Mm.
another really busy, active month.
Uh,
And I suppose because kids are getting out of school and
oh,
recitals
okay.
and sports are wrapping up for people, but it does kind of feel like a big opening, between the seasons,
Yeah.
where you feel like you got to get out and you got to get after the yard and you got to do this and that.
Spring cleaning.
But the energy of the month, it doesn't really, I don't know if it really supports that.
Yeah, I'm not sure that it does, especially this month. I think, you know, um, May is one of those times where we're trying to start to get things done, but it's the month of the snake, and I don't know how much the snake wants to get out there and be seen. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
he
it's
doesn't.
not one of those months. I mean, being born the year of the snake myself, I'm kind of a homebody, and I like to hunker down and
Hmm.
kind of sit in my thicket and
Well, it makes me
observe things.
Yeah, and because it makes me remember a walk that I had on the lake, and I'm thinking about snakes now because the weather's warming up. They're wanting to come out in the
Hmm.
sun, but then here
Yeah,
comes so and so with their stroller or some kid on their bike, making them get off the path,
yeah,
just to get away from things. So it's like it feels like an energy to come out, but then it's also like really maybe it's about setting boundaries and really being clear about the space that you're wanting to take up,
yeah, yeah.
especially
That's
with
a
the
good
yin
point.
water.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's the Yin Water Snake this month,
Hmm.
which is kind of an interesting combo because the natural element of the snake is yang fire. So when you've got this yang fire energy that's really, really intense compared to this yin water that's kind of like a I like to I love one of my favorite places on the planet is Hawaii. And every day in the afternoon there's just like a mist that comes
Mm.
and it's not necessarily a rain, but it's just this refreshing mist. And I think that that's a good interpretation of yin water. So it's kind of like yin water and the sun, which is really
Hmm.
bright. So yin water isn't like it's no match for the yang fire energy, but I'm hoping that the yin fire can bring a breath of fresh air this month and really, really ask all of us to listen to our intuition and connect with our emotional
Mm. I
side.
love the picture you just painted. Like I can feel how that mist is cooling to the
Yeah,
heat of the snake.
yeah,
It just kind of takes the temperature down a little bit, kind of
yeah, it does.
gives you
It
a
does.
moment.
There's, I used to go to Las Vegas every weekend. I used to live half here and half there. I loved it down there. And it would be 110 degrees down there in the middle of August. And we would go to the outdoor mall and they just had these misters on blasting everywhere. And that's kind of the energy that I feel May being this yang
Mm.
fire energy, but then trying to find a mister to get a little
Hmm.
blast of that fresh mist.
So maybe in the heat of things, the chaos,
Hmm.
um, maybe we'll sense some relief here and there. We'll feel some things kind of calm down or cool down this
I hope
month.
so.
I hope so
That's my
too.
hope. The thing that can kind of see happening though is snakes are not offensive, they're defensive.
Mm.
They only strike out if they feel like they're in danger. That's why they're always coiled up in the bushes, right? You
Yeah.
never you don't see a snake until you're like just inches away from it, which is it's already too late if you've gotten too close, right? So
Hmm.
snakes they strike when they feel put upon or when they feel backed up against a corner. So it's going to be really important for all of us to really, really be careful about how we react and how we strike out before we
Mm.
have all of the information this month.
As you were saying that, I was like, oh, you know who has a snake in their chart?
Me?
Trump.
Who? Oh, that's right.
in his emotion
It's,
pillar. And that's why we've
mm,
been seeing the lashing out and the striking and
yeah.
the venom, right?
Yeah.
So interesting. I'm also seeing this snake, though, is a moment of reflection into
Mm.
past the last year, right? The
Yeah,
year of the
last year.
snake.
It gives us a chance to look back on
Hmm.
what did we transform? What
Yeah.
skins did we shed last year? So,
Hmm.
yeah.
And maybe there's something still left to be shed,
Mm.
something to release. And because maybe we weren't ready, right? Maybe it's going to surface now,
Yeah.
that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic. It could be kind of a conflicting energy, kind of a power struggle energy as well with the yin water, yang
Mhm.
fire combination. It'll be
Yeah.
interesting. I mean, if anything these days, I feel less like, oh, I've got to know what's coming. I feel more
Yeah.
like, oh, I really need to see what's coming. Like
Mhm.
I'm waiting for it. There's a
Yeah.
sense of preparation, but there's really a curiosity about how is this going to play out now?
Yeah.
What's this going to look like, and how are people going to be affected by it?
Yeah, exactly.
Just because it's so much. I was surprised. I did jot down yesterday, like I do every month, like all 12 animals and what the relationship is of this snake to all 12 of them.
Mhm.
And out of all 12, the snake gets along really well
With
with
the majority of them.
eight, 9 of the 12.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
I,
only difficult relationships to 3. So it's like
yeah.
if you do have a snake in your chart, you do have the capacity to just adapt to your environment and get along with other
Mm-hmm,
signs, get along
mm-hmm,
with other people.
mm-hmm. I just found that fascinating. Um, Now, the animal that doesn't get along with the snake, and we've heard you talk about your mom quite often here. It's making more
Yeah.
sense now
Yeah. Yeah. It
because
is,
she
right?
was a double pig, and
She was a double
pigs and the
pig. That's
snake vibe are opposite on the wheel.
they are.
Pig is a
They
water
are.
animal.
Yeah. And here's what I find interesting though about these clashes. It's like yes, they're opposites, but once you kind of figure out the energy, opposites attract,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm,
They can it's like these we need these clash animals, right? The snake needs the pig
mm.
to help loosen them up a little bit because snakes are really rigid and they're a little bit serious and they tend to, I call them the old crotchety man next door that's calling the police on the pig that's throwing a rager next door that
That's
has a
perfect.
bunch of beer showing up to the house, right? Bigger, better, more food, more beer, more alcohol, like all of it,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I'm the snake that's like, it's time for bed, you know? And so the pig needs to be there for the snake to show the snake it's okay to have a party. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay to get together with people. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay to come out and be seen by other people.
Yeah.
The snake, the pig needs the snake because the pig tends to overdo everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that little snake will bite the pig's little leg and say, "Hey, you
Mm-hmm.
need to get serious about this. You need
Yeah.
to rein it in a little bit."
And focus
So,
on
yeah, that's
yourself.
true.
Pigs
Yeah.
can really focus on them. That's what the support is to take
Yeah.
care of your needs,
Yeah.
and what you really need and going internally. Because pig lives very external. They're very
Mhm.
much about, they live in the Northwest sector, which is helpful people,
Yeah.
right? And so they're a helpful person. They want to be out there taking care of everybody. And the
Yeah.
snake is like, I'm taking care of me. Why don't you give
I'm
it a try?
I'm trying to not get stepped on over here. So
Exactly. I love
so I
that.
think that that clash is definitely noteworthy, especially this
Hmm.
month. If you do have a pig in your chart, this is a month to lay low, but also to pay attention to wh- what do your personal needs, what do you need this month,
Hmm.
right? Instead of making sure everyone else is taken care of, what do you need for yourself?
Yeah, and I wonder too about the reflection point
Hmm.
because, looking back, Pig, what was the year like for you last
Yeah.
year, right? And where didn't you do those things for yourself? And maybe, I
Hmm.
mean, this is it's just we're just saying a month, give it a
Yeah.
try. Just, go get a massage, get away for a while, say no to some people and say
Yeah.
yes to yourself, hold the boundaries, it might be a
Hmm.
really pleasant month because the
Yeah.
water's there supporting you. I think it could be
Hmm.
a great month for pig, actually, listening to you talk about it. The monkey, like that's a snake monkey combination is an interesting combination. And
Yeah.
I can see why,
Yeah.
because the monkey kind of lacks empathy, doesn't take things so seriously all the time.
Hmm.
And the snake is a bit reactive to things. So putting those
Yeah.
two in the same room together,
It's it's an odd combo.
yeah, there's like a connection, but there's not a connection.
Yeah.
How do you describe that to clients when that shows up?
With the snake and the monkey, it's like the snake again is a very reactive energy, and the monkey just doesn't care. The monkey is just the monkey is concerned with just swinging through the vines and having freedom and doing whatever the hell it wants. The snake is concerned with its surroundings because it's trying not to get stepped on. It's trying to make sure that everything is okay around it, right? Because it's very connected to the earth because
Mm-hmm.
it has to feel the earth to move,
Yeah,
right?
and the monkey's in the trees.
Monkey's in the trees, and he's like, "Oh my God, is that monkey gonna jump on me? Oh, do I have to get ready to bite that monkey?" Right? And the monkey's just like, "Oh, loosen up, snake."
You're
Yeah,
describing what's happening with, because my daughter's the double monkey, her husband's a double snake. So I'm real curious, because how they show up and kind of how I think I struggle often to find words describing their relationship is because they're secret friends, but they also need to
yeah,
give each other space,
they do.
to be
They do.
themselves, to have their
Yeah,
individuality and autonomy and not try to persuade the other one. Like it really does kind of, I think, speak to how you can be friends with somebody who's so different than you,
yeah.
right? Because
And
the
I
snake is
attract a
so
lot of monkey
sensitive.
energy.
Oh, you do?
I do. I have a lot of monkey people in my life, and
Mm.
they're usually the snake is, I think, one of the people that can not necessarily get too hurt by their jokes. This
Mm.
monkeys can be really, really old with the way that they approach people and
Mm.
their humor. And snakes, I think, can get it. I think that we're like, that was funny. Whereas other people are just heartbroken by the joke, and the monkey's like, "What are you crying about? Like, I
Yeah.
don't get it." Yeah,
You baby.
yeah,
That's the tiger. The
yeah. The
tiger,
tiger. This is a rough one, I think.
I think you're right.
This is a rough one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I can remember a few years back during every year, what I like to do around, I don't know, October, November is get on YouTube and just plug in whatever animal it is and the combination, and videos pop up.
I love that.
And last time it was a tiger, it was this bobcat that it had a snake in its mouth and it was pulling it out onto right in the middle of the street. And the poor snake was trying to slither away. And so the tiger has this ability to pull the snake out of its comfort zone,
Mm.
whereas the snake has this capacity for making the tiger more aware. Because tigers, what's interesting about them, in what I found in the research, is that um, they don't actually always get their prey because they can
Okay.
be a little clumsy and they can be a little bit louder than they need to be when they're prowling their prey, right?
Mm.
Well, if they're prowling their prey and they're coming close to a snake, that snake's going to strike, right? And
Mm.
so it brings an awareness to the tiger so that he can go, okay, I need to make sure
Mm.
that everything's
Oh, I love
good.
that because the snake is so hyper aware of its environment and
Yeah.
surroundings. So it's almost like I can see the tiger, taking softer steps
Yeah.
to
If
not
the
disturb.
snake's around and he's aware that the snake is around,
Hmm.
he doesn't want to get bitten by the snake.
Yeah. Oh, I love. You're really telling stories today in the pictures. I'm loving it.
I That's what I love about Chinese astrology is all of the
Hmm.
archetypal energies, they create a picture, they create a
Hmm.
visual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun way. It's so easy to connect to. I
Yeah.
just love that. You got cards you're going to pull? Or
Yes.
a card
Let's
you're going
do
to
it.
pull?
Yeah, so today I'm pulling from, where's the box? Oh, there it is. I'm pulling from The Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed today.
Mm, mm.
Oh, and two pop right out. Okay. I mean, okay. This is really interesting that both of these cards just popped out. First is the Lover's card. Oh, wait a minute. No, this is the Strength card, I believe. Hang on just a second. Let me get the book. She's renamed everything.
Is that a lion in the picture?
Yeah, that's a lion, and I think that's the Strength card. But I could be wrong. Let's read it. Okay. In all of life, there's only one illusion of separation. In fact, we are all reflections of one another. When I make choices, I tend to see things as either or. What if every choice I make is about experience, a sharing, and exploring? When I choose to see the unity of all things, magic abounds. Love is all around me. Spirit loves me unconditionally, and I can give and receive abundant love. So,
Mm. Can we see the card again?
yes,
Mm. I like the
I
kind of
love that.
the resting energy of that.
Yeah. And then the 10 of Pentacles or the 10 of Earth. This is the abundance card.
Oh,
So I think what these cards are really asking us to do is when we look back on last year, what are we grateful for? What did we transform? What are we thankful for love-wise, relationship-wise? And
mm,
also what abundance is showing up in our life right now, especially this month.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So really getting grateful for everything that we have is really important this month.
It's really cool too that the snake he partially lives in the money sector, right? That
Yeah.
southeast corner of the house. So the
Yeah.
abundance part, and the snake is really good with money, and so
Hmm.
I love that maybe we can tap into that energy, sit and meditate with it, and see what
Yeah.
messages or guidance the snake can give us this month.
I love
Thank you
that.
for pulling those cards. That was
Yeah.
perfect. Anything else you want to add?
Um, the year is slipping away very quickly. We're almost halfway through the year. That's
Well,
crazy, right?
yeah, but it's but 4 months into the Chinese year.
That's true.
That's true. So,
However, 2026 is one more month and we're about halfway there.
mm-hmm,
So if you're wondering what is coming between now and the end of the year, reach out to one of us or both of
mm-hmm,
us.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, this is a
there's a
good time.
lot of things that we can find in your chart that will bring a lot of support.
Yeah, and I think the horse energy is really going to come in here
Yeah,
next month.
yeah,
It's
I
the
agree.
horse month, so it's going to
Yeah,
be a doozy because that's going to be the whole month will be self penalty.
yeah, it
Oh
will.
my
And
god.
it's going to move quick too. It's
Yeah.
that fire energy that
Mm-hmm.
moves unexpected very
Yeah.
quickly.
So breathe, get grounded, seek mist. Maybe walk
Yeah,
around with a spray
enjoy
bottle.
the water because this is the only water month we're going to get for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
So
that's
this
it.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
things are
thank you,
going to heat up
everyone.
after this month.
It sure is, unfortunately. But
Yes.
sometimes the heat and the fire that comes with all of that is just that final cleansing. We'll see. Thanks,
Yeah,
friend.
we will. Thank you.
Bye bye, everyone.
Bye.